Good morning. Welcome to another Monday Mindset. It is July 1st. Can you believe it? Quarter two has come to a close. We are now in the third quarter. Two more quarters to go, which is kind of terrifying. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty insane. I am down in Virginia in an Airbnb, actually at my father and mother-in-law's Airbnb. They have an orchard down here. You guys can't see it in the background, but they have a beautiful orchard and kind of like a farmer's market down here, which is awesome. Sandra, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for joining the live. Hope you guys are doing well. I actually, when I was thinking about, hey, what do I want to share on this Monday Mindset? What's been on my mind, obviously we have 4th of July coming up. And as an organization, I think I talked about last Monday Mindset, the weeks are kind of going together. But I had talked about, hey, there's a lot of stuff shifting right now. There's a lot of craziness happening. I mean, obviously we're in an election year. You have the stuff happening with inflation, the economy. You have all the rule changes that are coming down on the Medicare side. So there's a lot of shifting happening. And how do you stabilize in a shifting market? And I've always been one that has made the mistake that I focus on too many things. And Tony Robbins says it best: where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if you have 2, 3, 4 things you're focused on right now, and let's say you're giving 100% of your energy, at best, if you have 4 different things, you're giving maybe 25% to each of those things. And even though you're working at 100% capacity, you're only moving the ball down the field 25 yards. And so you never score a touchdown. So you end the year, you end the quarter going, man, I've put in so much effort. I put in more effort than I normally do, but yet I'm not scoring the touchdowns. And you have a choice to make: is do I focus on one thing and push it all the way to the end zone? Or do I continue because I have the time and I can withstand going a couple quarters or a year even without getting the result I need, and I push all these balls to the end zone? That's a choice only you can make, but I would encourage you, the more and more I grow in business, the more and more I realize, wow, it is so critical to align yourself from a focus standpoint of what you're going to go after. And don't fall to the trap of shiny object syndrome, of blue ocean syndrome, of looking at your competitors and seeing what they're selling and believing that, man, you're missing out on all this income. But that's fake income, because execution stands between you and that income. And execution is the hardest part. The idea is not the hardest part. The concept is not the hardest part. You can look out there and see the great thing. You can see somebody else making money. Maybe you're selling Medicare right now and you want to try to sell health and life, and you haven't mastered Medicare. And I'm just such an advocate these days of going, focus on making your cup overflow in the one thing that you're great at, so you can take the overflow and the income that comes from that overflow, and you can free yourself up to buy leverage, which is people and processes and systems, because now you have the money to go do that other thing. And then I think about it even more of all the things that I have gotten into that maybe haven't worked, which has been plenty. When I look back, it's because I saw the idea, I saw the opportunity, and I thought I could turn it on and give it to somebody else and let it be there and not focus on it myself, and I could stay focused on what I was doing, and that never proved to be true. Everything that I bring in, I realize, man, if I'm not committed to it, if I'm not willing to get in and focus on it, if I'm not willing to drive it, if it doesn't deserve that much of my attention, then why am I getting into it in the first place? So all of this rant, talking really fast on a Monday Mindset, is to talk to you about, hey, 4th of July is coming up. And if you think about freedom, if you think about what America stands for, and if you think about our nation, and obviously we're all patriots here, we love America. You think about what it stands for and the vision and the mission that it is. And I want to challenge you to take some time over this week to think about your vision for your company, your mission for your company. And if you've never sat down and got really clear on your message, really clear on what you're trying to accomplish, really clear on the reason why you're trying to accomplish it, then what happens is when you face adversity, Alicia, what's up? I just saw your chat. America, that's right, baby. But when you face adversity, when you face a struggle, when you face confusion, you get paralysis because you're not clear. If you don't have absolute clarity on what you're trying to accomplish, and you're not fully all in and committed to it, man, you're going to be tossed back and forth, and you're going to find yourself going month after month, quarter after quarter, never getting the touchdown, never moving the ball fully to the end zone because you don't have a clear vision and mission. And this is a vision and mission is not something that can't change. right? You have a clear vision, a clear mission that you're committed to, maybe for a set period of time, and you go all in on that thing. And the beautiful thing about a vision and mission is the vision is how you want to see the world, right? That maybe will never quite fully happen. Our vision is to empower entrepreneurs to live a life of freedom. Well, by the time Reminder Media ends, hopefully it never ends, but at one day it probably will end. By the time Reminder Media ends, we know there will still be entrepreneurs that don't have full freedom in their business to do what they want to do when they want to do it. So we wouldn't have fully accomplished that vision, but we want to see a world where entrepreneurs have more freedom to do what they want to do in their business and less of spending time on their marketing and operations and all this stuff because we've stepped in and helped them. That's our vision. That's our BHAG, as Good to Great says, your big, hairy, audacious goal. That's something that should wake you up every single morning that's never probably going to be achieved because it's so big. And then your mission is what you tactically do every single day. So your mission is what your people are doing day in and day out, what you're doing day in, day out. So our vision is we want to empower entrepreneurs to live a life of freedom. Our mission is we want to help you close more deals and retain more business because we believe if we can help an insurance agent close a deal, write a new policy, if we can help you renew that policy, then guess what you get? You get a commission in your bank account. And when that commission comes in, you can take that money and you can send your kids to the schools you want them to go to. You can go on the vacations you want to go on. You can buy the marketing systems you need. You can hire the admin you need, i.e. you can add a little bit more leverage to your life, which gives you freedom. So how we're trying to fulfill our vision is through our mission of empowering entrepreneurs to close more deals and retain more business. And because we're clear on that, now, every exec meeting that I open up, we remind ourselves of that vision and that mission. Every all staff meeting that we do, we remind ourselves of that vision and mission. As corny as it feels in the moment when you're doing it for the thousandth time, you're reminding yourself of that because you're committed to it, and it narrows in your focus and it prevents you from getting too off in what you're doing. And then what I've realized more and more and more is that for my vision and for my mission, like I have to get really clear as I narrow down in my goals of going, okay, I want to see this vision and this mission. And I have these goals, maybe you call them OKRs, where I have this, objective that I want to take out. And I have these strategies, and then I have this implementation methodology that I'm trying to go after to do it. I have to get very, very clear and specific on how I'm going to empower agents to close more deals and retain more business. Because that's where I think I have gotten lost in the past. Is that there's so many ways to help people empower them to close more deals, retain more business. But how is Luke Acree and Reminder Media going to do that? We're going to do that through marketing. We're going to do that through, the things that we do in marketing to drive leads. And in that, we have to narrow even further. What type of marketing are we going to do? Because there's lead generation marketing, right? There's referral-based marketing, there's social media, there's email marketing, there's print marketing. We have to narrow down even more from a focus standpoint and go, hey, our vision is to empower entrepreneurs to live a life of freedom. Our mission is to help them close more deals, retain more business. We're going to do that through marketing. We're going to do that through this type of marketing. And then we have to get even deeper and go, we're going to do that specifically in this type of marketing for these types of industries right now. Because we know that if we don't get that specific, this is what I've learned, if I don't get that clear and that specific, then I'm going to be chasing everything. And you guys heard me say maybe, a few months ago that one of our big mistakes in 2023 is we chased after almost too many industries. And that even though we were having success in signing up a bunch of different businesses in a bunch of different industries, we weren't able to fully give to them what they needed in order to make them extremely successful, because you can't get very specific to the industry when you have too many that you're going after. And so all of this to kind of challenge you to think as a business owner today, if I asked you, who is your target audience that you're going after? What is the service that you're trying to bring to them? And why are you trying to do that? Would you be able to spout that out? And if you're not, spend some time over this week where you have a little bit of free time on July 4th or whatever, if you're taking off that day. Spend some time to get really clear on your vision and mission, and especially clear on your strategic objectives for Q3 and Q4. So when you find yourself on December 31st at the end of 2024, you know exactly what you're trying to be. You know exactly where you want to be as a business, and then you lay out your roadmap of how you're going to get there. That is what I have found my biggest mistake to be over the years, is that I have tried to be too many things to too many people, try to get too much opportunity, and I think it's probably ego. I'm not positive, but I think it's probably ego that I see something, I go, oh, I can definitely do that. And then I get into it and I go, it's not that we can't do it. It's that what it requires to be the best in the world at that was more than I'm willing to give. So therefore I should have said no. And that's been, maybe you have heard Warren Buffett talk about this, that, a great leader and great entrepreneur says no way more than they say yes. And I found myself early on, and still to this day, I probably say yes too much, but early on saying yes way too much versus saying the no's that I need to say. So hope that helps and challenges some of you. Happy 4th of July. If I don't talk to you, if I don't chat you, happy 4th of July. Take some time. Think about your vision. Think about your mission. Think about your strategic objectives for Q2 or Q3 and Q4, and get out there and win for you, for your family, for your clients. Let's make it happen. Appreciate you guys.